What was your like when you were first like on this mission of just like I'm just gonna schedule everything out? They always say like the first 21 days or whatever, like the hardest, and if you can get through that, you're like golden, which isn't totally true because you still gotta have stuff pop up that you gotta like lock back in for. But let's say it's true. What was like your thing when you had those days that everybody has where you're like, oh man, like I just need a break. Like I've worked so hard for myself, like I need this
Yeah.
break. What was your like method of like getting out of that talk to yourself and like locking in?
I think what I see with a lot of artists is like, and not to necessarily say they don't want it, but like they just don't want it like I want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you see that quote, like, you want something, when you want something as much as you want to breathe, like, then you'll get it. And like, I feel like that's where I'm at, and I've always wanted it, but like, now more than ever, like, I've cut like excuses for myself because I used to always give myself excuses, and like, like my mind, I know, I don't know if this sounds like cocky or not, but like, my mind has been switched. Like, do I have like off days? Yes. Like, there's some days where I'm like, ugh. But like, it's almost like the voice in my head's like, no, motherfucker, like, keep it going. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm going. Like, it's just like, I'll still be in this funk, but like, I still make myself do things, you know? Like, and not to say, like, obviously there'll be like a day, like, I don't force it. Like, most of the time, like, I don't ever have to force it. Like, I feel like, even if I'm like fucking sad, like, I'll come sing that I'm sad. Like, I'm very like, the mic is like my therapy, and like, I've always like really enjoyed that too. So, like, sometimes it's best, like, when you're going through that, to be on the mic and just be like making shit. But I just want it so bad. Like, and I just know, like, hard work beats talent every time. And so many people I know people that are better artists than the top artists I've that we know that are so good, and
Oh, yeah.
they have 100 listeners, like, and they're gonna stay at 100 listeners because they're not working hard and they don't care, like, and that's just what I've noticed. And I was like, I'm not letting anyone like outwork me this year. I'm gonna like, and again, back to like doing the billboard thing, like, I've also got to a point, like, I couldn't even stop if I wanted to because like I would then get depressed that I'm not working as hard as I was. Like,
Mhm.
it's like I'm just like this. Like, I can't even like steer on the brake because it's like I would feel like I was doing like a disservice to myself. So I don't know if that was a good answer or not, but
No, that's a great answer.
I'm just I'm,
I think kind of going off the mental game with that, like you, I think it was Matthew McConaughey that had that quote where he was like, who's like your biggest idol?" And it's like, "Oh, it's me in 5 years," and or you in
yeah,
10 years or whatever, and you're like working towards this person that you're never gonna catch up to, but like you want to keep working towards it. I think it
yeah,
goes the same way if you like you said, if you like let up on the gas, you just look
yeah,
back at that kid a few years ago that was working so hard and was doing everything, and like you still had it, but you like stopped, and you're like, damn, like kind of let myself down here, like which is worse
yeah.
than anything else, you know.
I think I just, again, like I told you, like, I had the spiritual, like, I think I was put on this earth to make music, and I think I was put on this earth, and what I truly want to be is I want to be someone that people can look up to, like, and be able to see my journey. Like, and again, like, what I love for my songs to pop off tomorrow and me be done with all this shit. Yes, I'd love that. Not like done with it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd love to be
Yeah,
able
I
to
know
be
what you
like,
mean. Like you can relax and like
fuck,
do it
like,
casually, do it on
yeah,
your own time, have boundaries and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, be at that
But
point.
like, I think my whole journey, like, is for a bigger purpose of like being able to be the type of artist that like people are like, bruh, he fucking worked for it. Not like nothing was given. Like, everything I've gotten, like, I got myself, and like that's just genuinely true. Like, never had a song go viral. Like, I've never had a huge like TikTok of a song go viral. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything I've done is just like me fucking working, trying something new, trying the next thing, and doing something else. So I think I want to just be like someone that like anyone, doesn't matter if you want to fucking be a plumber, like, and start a plumbing business, but like to show anyone, like, bro, I was fucking complete dog booty. Like, no one would have ever thought I was gonna be one of the biggest artists of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and be that person that's like just gonna be looked up to, even if you don't even like my music. That you're just like, holy fuck, like, bro's
Like
smart. Yeah,
he grinded and made it work, even when it wasn't The
Yeah,
easiest
even when it was
route.
never supposed to work, I think is what I like. So
Yeah.
I think that might be my calling. Obviously, I'm over here giving my own calling. Like I don't know if that's for me to choose, but you know what I'm saying. I think I want to be like a symbol for people. Like, bruh, just fucking go. Like if you want something genuinely, just been like constant reminders. Like even when it gets hard and stuff, it's like, bruh, I did this. Like I've done this. I've gotten that. Like something I always remind myself. Like even like the iyaz shit. Like I used to listen to that shit on the fucking school bus when I was in middle school. Like never did I think the middle school me would be like, you know what I'm saying? Like imagine if I could show myself on the school bus like, bro,
You can make a song with this guy.
this is basically gonna be your song one day. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have been like, what?
Yeah. That's insane to think with how big that song was then. And to
Huge.
still be
Yeah.
able to or Somo. I mean, I thought the Somo like you've made a couple songs with Somo. And I mean he had Grind was like a jam back in the
Yeah.
day. They went
Almost my guy.
or I'm a
Almost
ride, not grind. I'm a ride.
right.
That's what it was called. Ride.
Yeah.
That's what
All right. I'm going ride.
Yeah.
So man, you gotta work harder than anyone. That's what I've learned. And
Yeah. You
obviously
gotta
like
work through
even myself, like I think I started the year off at like 60,000 monthlies I think I had, and now I'm at almost 130. So like, and every song I do is just bigger than the last one every time. Like, so obviously it's going slow, and we're gonna keep going until it pops off, man.
and that's like I think that's such a hard thing to look at because I kind of look at those all the time, and it's really interesting to see how those ebb and like the monthly listener stuff specifically. Like just looking at it, like you see people that put out songs for 8 years and they have like 100 or 200. Like people don't understand when they see because they see what when they look at artists, they see Drake who's at like 60 mil or whatever.
Yeah,
But there's so many artists that have done so much and like just breaking 100K like for monthly listeners is a
yeah.
huge achievement for artists. Like there's so many people that are below that, and that's a big accomplishment. It's a big deal. So that's
And
definitely
it's
something
funny,
to
like
be really proud of.
my New Year's resolution like was to beat that, and it's funny like when you beat it, like there's no like sense of like I'm not like, oh, let me just take a nap now. Like it's like, oh, I don't have 200 now. Like what the
Yeah,
fuck?
exactly.
Like
I need,
you know
I
what
need
I'm
to
saying?
get
Like
that 200.
it's always something, but that's just being a human. Like you're never really gonna be satisfied, you know?
Yeah, and I think at the end when we get older, I work a lot in nursing homes, and I see all this time you get at the end of the day to reflect on your life. We'll have a lot of time to reflect down the road and think
Sure.
about those achievements. So it's okay if I've never been the big like, oh, let's celebrate this achievement. I'm always like, I'll celebrate it at some point. Like I think
Yeah,
sometimes you need to take a moment for yourself, but I think at the end of the day, you just feel better if you just keep going.
I agree. I do. That's sick.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
part
I
of the journey,
appreciate
man.
Yeah, all part of the journey. I appreciate you taking time and bearing with me through all these difficulties today. Uh, it's been
Anytime.
awesome to get to sit down with you and have a chat and learn more about you and your music and just more of
Thanks
who
for
you are
having
as a person.
thanks
I
for
think
having me, for real.
something I want to say before we get out of here that I think is really dope, and I just kind of picked up from our conversation. I think it's really cool when you're, whatever you're talking about, whether it's a song and who, no matter like the level of the person that you worked with on what you were doing, I think it's really cool. Like, I can't remember what we were talking about, but it was one of the songs you made where it was someone I hadn't heard of at least that did the beat for it, and you're like, yeah, this guy did the beat, and I think just honoring people on your way up,
Yeah.
no matter the size they are, I think is super dope, and it's cool that you're doing that.
I
But
mean, bro, I'm thankful for anyone that like works with me because there's a lot of people that are chasing money in this industry, and I went through that already. Like I had people like I just have always wanted to build a team, and I've always wanted to like have people that believe so much in like a lot of people are so worried about $200 right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, give me $200 for this beat. And it's like, do you not understand? Like, you're worried about $200 instead of building something with me, you getting a percent of the song, and then now for life, you're getting money instead of $200 because people are so worried about right now. Like, I need this money right now instead of understanding, like, you could say no to the 200, and then in 3 years, you're making 2,000 a month off one song.
hmm
Like, and I think that's the difference. And I no longer put myself in situations to work with people that are like that because I just want to be with people that want to grow also with me and themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and believe on the project they're doing. So shout out to my guys. Uh, again, I work with a guy, Omito Beats. He's like my main guy. We do everything together. And then my engineer, his name's Landis Pierce. He does all my mixing and mastering. They both do everything for free, bro. Like he has to mix 2 songs every week. Like he has to do it, like to stay on top of our thing. Like, and he just grind. They're just grinding just as hard as me for for a bigger thing because when one song goes, like they're all going and everyone's fed.
Everyone wins, yeah.
So
And that's the biggest thing, it's I think society as a whole has turned into such a me and I culture, me and me first culture. When you can get a group of people that have like a common vision, I think the vision
yeah,
becomes easier to achieve for a lot of reasons. I think one of them is when you're having an off day, having a bro that cares about the project as much as you, that
yeah.
can give you a little pep in your step, makes a big difference too. So goes a long
I
way.
know, man. It's all about who you surround yourself with, genuinely. Because I've been through it. And you're always gonna meet new people and people you might trust, and then people that show you they're not who you thought they were. And I'm glad to have a great group of friends that have been with me since high school. Whenever you come see a show, you'll see everyone that's with me is like all my high school best friends. Like we just been coming up together. So you got to just be with the people you love, man. Because this shit ain't for the what's the word I'm looking for? For the week. This ain't for the
For the
week.
week.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to be fucking Batman out here.
You gotta be Batman. You gotta be out here. You gotta be strolling in the night. All right. Well, thanks again. I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule for this.
I
It's
got you,
been
bro.
dope to get to chat with you, and
Oh yeah.
I'm
Hit
excited
me.
for the project to drop.
Yeah, we got some
Yeah,
cool things. We got some secrets of mine, man.
yeah. Very, very exclusive secrets that
I know.
definitely
It's like
won't even be on the podcast now.
it wasn't
I
even
can't believe
supposed
I
to be a
fumbled
secret.
that one.
I know. It wasn't even supposed to be a secret, but like when it did that it was like, oh maybe it was. Maybe it was
And
supposed to
maybe
be
it
one.
was. It was meant to be.
Yeah.
Anyways, Moonlander has we won't talk about the billboard, but he's got another billboard coming November 1st. So be on the lookout
Hey,
for that.
hey,
We won't talk about it.
Batman, no.
No, no. All right. I appreciate you taking time out of your night, man. You have a
All
good
right, man.
one.
You're the best, brother. Talk to me later, man.